Hi everybody, and big welcome to cEDH TV gameplay. This time I'm joined by Samurai from the Off Meta podcast.
Hi guys, I'm back, ready for some more off-meta brews and some off-meta do's. So here's the thing, we're going to be doing a tournament on the 10th with Pride Rules, free entry, check it out on Top Deck, but I won't hold you guys up on that. Let's go to the next guy.
Who's Veil of Death himself. We only have one thing to say to him, and that's not today, but he's here anyway.
Hi guys, today I'm here in person and not virtually. Don't ask why, I just exist.
And then we have the last player here, William something.
Yeah, it's me again. I'm back. I'm here. I'm ready to jam some turbo. Let's go. So today we're playing Sir again. Sir has gotten a few new cool pickups from the Blue Burrow set. Notably the Valley Floodcrawler, just an amazing card, goes so smoothly together with Necropotence. I'm also trying out the Poliwag Prodigy. Probably not a great addition, but we'll see how it does. We're gonna see how Sir does.
So I'm playing Helga, Skittish Seer, also known as Food Chain Wins Games, but today we're gonna be a little more spicy because I'm running a secret commander, namely Nadu. In Amsterdam and just recently in the SCG Modern, Nadu, banned Nadu specifically, made the top four times. So that's what we're doing today. We're playing basically Banned Nadu and Food Chain and some, other ridiculous funny things.
Yeah, today we're playing Ral the Monsoon Mage. We're going to do some coin flip tribal. We got Yusri to help with that, and we got our Tavern Scoundrel. We also added some new cards. Festival of Embers from Bloombarrow, and also Storm Splitter. Let's see if we can storm.
I'm also going to try to storm with Naya Token Storm, basically. We're trying to produce as many tokens as we can to convert those into either mana or Kadro or Voltron. But the basic combo is to generate infinite treasures with something like Kiki Jiki or Dockside Extortionist together with Emil the Blessed. Pretty clean, pretty simple, pretty Naya. This hand is a little bit too slow. I kind of want to have a mana dork, at the very least, in my opening hand. And maybe something more exciting. This is mediocre, so let's just restart. We have a Mana Crypt, we have a Talisman, Lightning Bolt, Fellow the Guardian, still a Safekeeper. We don't have a Token Accelerator, so the hand is still suffering. Like, it's a lot of mana, but no payoff. Like, the commander is not really as the payoff, it's a commander together with tokens that it becomes the payoff. I am keen on potentially keeping it though. Like, it will be a very early commander, but no, and go to 6. That didn't really pay out at all. This is problematic. Nothing really gets us going here. We're just stuck on lands and we have to Mulligan, have to go down to 5. We could use Enlightened Tutor to find Smothering Tide, but Smothering Tide does not do anything because we can't afford casting it. So we're gonna have to go down to 4. I should have kept that hand that I only had lots of mana and hoped for the best. Well, we have mana again and an Emil the Blessed. And that's literally it. Well, we have a Ranger Captain, and Ranger Captain can find Ragavan or Esper Sentinel. So we're gonna keep this one. We're gonna bottom the Mana Vault. This is actually a green land. Oh, we don't actually have the mana to cast Ranger Captain, unless we Chromox the Emil the Blessed. Let's bottom this thing, and we need to bottom one more thing. We could keep Emil the Blessed. No, we have to keep Emil. We're actually not gonna be able to cast either of these two. We should probably bottom the Mana Crypt. Feels strange. And hope to top deck a land. We need to top deck a white mana source. So in the end, we're actually gonna bottom the Mana Crypt. Yeah, this is not great. But honestly, if we can get the Esper Sentinel into play with the Ranger Captain quite early, it might actually be a better hand than the second 7 that I did look at. Because the second 7 is also like a bit risky. But I probably should have kept that one. Regardless, we're in a pickle, and let's hope for the best.
So we're looking at basically auto keep. You have Lorien Reveal, which we can use to cycle, or we could just cast it because we can just exile this sink into stupor. Turn 1 we just play our boy here. If we draw a red card turn 1 we can play Jessica's Will, but I think either way I look at it, I just think I play my commander and the command tower and I pass turn. And then I think hard about whether I'm going to Island Cycle. But I don't think I will because we've got the Chromox. So I think I might play the Chromox imprinting Sink into Super and then play the Command Tower. So yeah, I think we just keep this hand because this is kick-ass.
So since we are playing paper today, I had to mull to a 5 and This has been the 5 I kept with these 2 going to the bottom, and I kept basically nothing because I didn't want to go to a 4. I probably should have, but I didn't want to risk it.
So this hand going in 4th seat, we don't have a bunch of things to make this kind of work. If we had some sort of way of getting a Dockside Extortionist more reliably than a clone, that would be pretty decent hand, but I would rather do something more explosive with my first 7 being in 4th seat. So I'm gonna mulligan this first 7. This one is pretty good actually. We have a turn 1 Sir, which is really good, and we also have a Shallow Grave if we inevitably get red blasted on our turn, so we can put Sir into our graveyard and we can cast Shallow Grave, get him back, get the Necropotence, and then hopefully get a win from there. So yeah, I'm going to keep this second 7.
Let's draw a card for turn and hope. That turn, very interesting. We're gonna go Forest and pass.
Draw our card for turn. What we do is we still do what the game plan was originally. Play this, put it out. We then go ahead, play this, play our commander, and then we'll go ahead, play this Chrome Monks. I think we're going to go ahead and imprint Sink into Stupor, so our Chrome Monks will be blue. And then we simply pass the turn.
I will draw a card for turn. Windswept Heath, a Mox Diamond, pitching this exotic orchard useless. Cracking the Heath, Tundra, play a Lotus Petal, pass the turn with 2 cards.
Alright, we're gonna take our turn, draw a card. I am gonna play Scrublands for turn. Play a Chromox. I will imprint a Dispel under the Chromox. Play this Jewel Lotus, and then I'm just gonna cast a Sir, the Enchanter. If that's good, I'll pass.
I'm gonna pray to the magic gods and draw a card. My prayers were almost answered. Or well, yeah, they were answered. I will put this Temple Garden into play. So, as you guys who are watching this can see that my prayers were kinda almost answered, I drew a Dockside Extortionist. But I can't cast it. It also doesn't really go infinite yet. They are mostly just going to crack that Lotus Petal and then generates free mana. I need more. I have the Emil, the Blessed in hand. I have everything, it's perfect, I just can't cast it. And we didn't draw a red mana source. So what we could do is use the Chromox to imprint Emil to get a Ranger Captain of Eos. And that's probably kinda good, considering that Sur is gonna find Necropotence and be super annoying. But to do that, I have to sacrifice Emil the Blessed. And I'm kinda keen on winning here. There's a chance that one of my opponents are just gonna have an interaction versus that Sur. So I'm going to gamble. If I had another white card in my hand except Emil the Blessed, I would 100% already tossed it that away and cast my Ranger here. There's no point in going Chromox Ranger because I can do that later anyways. We're gonna hope that we survive this turn cycle and get the win with Dockside next turn maybe.
Alright, we drew that. Let's go ahead, lose some life here. Play a Ruby Medallion. I'll cast a Jessica's Will targeting Mons, because you had 4 cards in hand, right? Cool. 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 red mana. That means we can do this where X is 3. Cast Finale of Promise. We're going to use 3 mana, leaving us with 1 red, targeting Jessica's Will.
I will die either way, so I'll just make my life at least 1 turn longer. I'll cast Delay on Finale of... Last time I heard someone digging, I died to it.
That's fair. I'm assuming you're doing it in response to the Growl trigger off the Finale. Because I still have that to go, which is correct, because you don't want this to randomly flip in the middle of that. I have 1 red mana available. I'll cast a Pyroblast targeting the delay. I have a Route trigger.
But we could have used the Pyroblast to kill Sur, right?
I know, and I'm just digging. I literally have 1 card in hand. Well, we got to do the Route trigger. Heads are damages. Heads, we'll take 1 off that. This will counter the delay. We're back to the Finale of Promise. We got a Route trigger on that. We'll take another damage. We'll go ahead and exile this Jessica's Will. Well, we're going to cast it, and then it'll get exiled. Targeting Mons again. That resolves. We're going to go ahead 1, 2, 3. Oh, thank God, bonus round. We have 4 red mana. We're going to pay 2 red mana to cast a bonus round. We have 2 red mana available, if that's good. We do have a Route trigger. This will be my 4th spell of the turn, 5th spell of the turn, because we have Jessica's Will, Finale, Pyroblast, and then Jessica's Will. So this is my 5th spell. We'll go ahead and flip heads. We'll take 1. Until the end of turn, whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell, that player copies it and may choose new targets for the copy. And then we're going to go down to 1 red mana. remaining to cast Embrace the Unknown for 1 red mana because I have Ruby Storm, and Ral has exile the top 2 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. What I'm going to go ahead and do, I have a bonus round trigger and I have a Ral trigger. I'm going to put Ral trigger first and then bonus round, so we'll resolve the bonus round trigger first. So the first thing we're going to do is exile the top 2. Oh, look, not helpful. Then we've got a Ral trigger. Flipped heads, we'll take 1 damage. And then we've got, hey, look, it's a windfall. So currently we have 1 red floating available to us. I'll tap 1, I'll cast a windfall using the red mana. And these are playable till the next turn. We have 2 windfalls on the stack. I have a Ral trigger. We'll do the first flip. I mean, we only get 1 flip, but we'll do a flip. Ral will turn over. Ral Leyline Prodigy. Ral Leyline Prodigy enters the battlefield with an additional loyalty counter on him for each instant and sorcery spell you've cast this turn. That'll be 7. I can +1 him until the end of my next turn. Till my next turn, instants and sorcery spells cost 1 less. I can -2 him. He deals 2 damage divided as I choose among 1 or 2 targets. I draw a card if I control a blue permanent other than Ral. -8. Exile the top 8 cards of your library. You may cast instant and sorcery spells from among them this turn without paying their mana costs. I believe the most cards someone has in their hand right now is 4. And we have a windfall. We have a bonus round windfall in the stack. Ral will come in with 9 counters.
I am not happy about this. I actually drew into something of an almost interaction against your Ruby Medallion. Sadly, I can't get rid of your Planeswalker, but I will touch of the Spirit Realm your Ruby Medallion. It feels kinda keen, your stormy attempts here. But I don't know. You've already come so far, but that's what I got.
Original windfall will resolve. I'm going to go ahead and discard Snap, Tavern Scoundrel, Pyretic Ritual, and Rhystic Study. All right, we're going to go ahead and loyalty counters to Ral to 1, and we're going to ulti him. We're going to go ahead and exile the top 8 cards and be able to cast instant and sorceries from that for free. Oh, not my otter. 8. Oh my god. We hit Mind's Desire, Fierce Guardianship, Final Fortune, Brain Freeze, and Rite of Flame. We also hit Storm Splinter and Soul Ring. Those will be permanently exiled because Ral doesn't let you play those. Same with this Mountain.
I remember that part where Def said, whenever I hear someone digging, they're usually winning. I agree with Def on this one.
As funny as it is, exiling the Ruby Medallion actually stops me from casting Festival of Embers off this Rite of Flame. Casting Rite of Flame, it'll be copied due to bonus round. It'll add 4 red mana. We'll go up to, 8, 9 Storm. Then we'll go ahead. We will cast this Mind's Desire for 10, but it'll be 11 because of bonus round. So we'll actually exile 11 cards. Mox, Dockside, Intuition, Chain, Misty. So Storm will be 11 cards. We got 6 more to go. Return the Favor, Lock and Load, Breakthrough, Stormkill and Artist, 9, Geist Wave, 10, and Seize the Spoils for 11. And these are all free.
I think we can say we're gonna get dead right now, so...
I see a potential win. You have Stormkill and Artist there, so you just cast that, you start generating a lot of mana. With Intuition, you're going... Can you get Underworld Breach back from your graveyard with Intuition? But I don't really think it matters at this point.
I have in Festival of Embers exiled, and I drew Geist Wave. I can actually create an infinite loop with Festival of Embers and Geist Wave. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to cast Stormkill and Artist, which makes... It has Magecraft and makes a treasure every time I copy an instant or sorcery or cast one. Then, what we go ahead and do is we cast from exile this wonderful card called Seize the Spoils to discard a card. It'll get copied. I don't have to discard on the copy. I'll make 2 treasures, but I'll actually make 4 treasures. So I'll have 4 treasures, and I'll draw 4 cards. So we'll go up to 7 cards in hand.
So this is actually post-game structure in the editing room. Discovered something wrong with the recording, so we're gonna have Samurai recreating and explaining the finalized victory that he was able to achieve from this. So take it away.
So what I went ahead and did was, by playing Stormkill and Artist, making those 4 treasures, this then allowed me to, of course, I just had to play one more spell, which was Grape Shot. Grape Shot made me 14 treasures, went to the grave. We then played Festival of Embers off those 14 treasures. We then cast Grape Shot from the grave, losing a life, making 16 copies, but actually 17 because of the bonus round. And then we cast Chain of Vapor, which in itself would also make a treasure. And because it made another copy, it makes an additional treasure. And we bounce Festival of Embers. Festival of Embers says, during your turn, you may cast instant and sorcery spells from your graveyard by paying 1 life in addition to their other costs. If a card or token would be put into your graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead, and then 2 mana to sacrifice Festival of Embers. So by putting this all in the stack at the same time, the way it resolves is Festival of Embers goes to my hand. Even if I didn't have the copy, Chain of Vapors would still go to the grave, because when it resolves, Festival is no longer on the field, meaning it's just going to go into the grave. Same with the Grape Shot. I then replay Festival of Embers, make all those treasures again by playing Grape Shot again for my grave, dealing this time, I think it's like 19 damage to people. So dealing the 19 damage, Chain of Vapor, bounce it again, and I just did this until everybody was dead. And we stormed off. Unfortunately, the storm was a little too strong and kind of fried Mon's computer.
Yeah, we actually started a second game, but the computer died during that game. So yeah, today there was only one game, but it was a pretty cool victory nonetheless. Hope you enjoyed it. And with that, take care guys, and see you in the next one. And don't forget to take a look at some cool tournaments and other podcasts in the description below of the video. You wanna high five me here, buddy? Possible. Other side. There. Oh,
Glitches.
damn. The cropping is too strong. See you around.